Business travelers are quick to call for an Uber to get from place to place. The ride-sharing service accounted for 41% of receipts that workers gave to employers for ground travel in the fourth quarter. That's according to Certify. So joining us now to discuss the ride-sharing space is Michael Learmonth, technology editor at International Business Times. Michael, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about the growing popularity in ride-sharing. How much has Uber grown in the past year? Where is it heading? What's the future?
Yeah, so I mean, this is a data point from Certify, but it does show you that business travelers are abandoning cabs and also rental cars in favor of Uber and Lyft and the like, car hailing services, as we now call them.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, as a business traveler myself, there have been many times in the last year alone where I have actually chosen to go with Uber rather than to get the car rental. So I'm not necessarily surprised to hear that.
No, it does not shock me at all. I mean, it's more convenient, more comfortable, easier to expense, and also cheaper. It just makes a lot of sense for business travelers.
Okay, so Uber. What about Lyft? What about competitor Lyft? It also has, we've seen an explosion of growth according to online travel and expense management company Certify. Can both companies survive? Who wins?
You know, I think so. I was just in Las Vegas, and you know, both services have a lot of drivers. It kind of depends on the town. I mean, it all depends on what apps you have on your phone. I mean, if you're installed and you're on the service, then you can shop around on your phone and just see who's got the closest car at the best price.
And certainly Uber is not letting its success stop it from moving onwards. You see Uber Technologies preparing a new service called Uber Eats. What is this? Where will it be? When does it start?
Yeah, well, Uber, you know, has all these cars and drivers sort of tooling around the world's cities, and they're looking for ways to further monetize them. I mean, this is about food delivery. You know, I think food delivery is a pretty tough business because Uber can't really control the quality of the food they're getting, or you know, or the restaurants themselves. So I think this will be a little tougher for Uber, but we'll see.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting because it'll put them in direct competition with Grubhub and Postmates and the like.
That's right.
Now, shifting gears a little bit, traditional automakers, we've got GM, Daimler, they're also getting into the sharing space. Let's talk a little bit about that, how and if that will impact the Ubers and Lyfts of the world.
Yeah, so you know, the automakers have been looking into the future. They see only 3 of 4 millennials even have driver's license now. They just don't fetishize car ownership like past generations did. They're all talking about being, you know, mobility companies, and that means a lot of things. But you saw GM today launch its own car ride-hailing service, or I guess car sharing, in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, and I guess in light of all of this, so we've got the food side of it, we've got traditional automakers getting into this game now as well. What does the space look like 12 months from now? What's the future like in the ride-sharing economy? Do we see more traditional car services and automakers getting involved? Do we see them potentially buying out some of these companies? Who survives?
Oh, well, I mean, I think Uber and Lyft at this point would be very hard to buy out. You know, I think it's a global race to kind of build these out. I think the automakers could possibly be players. You know, I actually kind of think their future depends on it. I mean, you know, just selling cars to people, you know, may not be their core business in the future.
It's certainly an interesting shift, especially coming off of a year of record auto sales. Michael Learmonth, thanks for joining us. Thank you for watching. I'm Morgan Brennan. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Dowdy from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.